considering the lively people you guys are, Babel on one side, of course.
Babel versus us.
No, not versus. Not versus. I will be crushed.
पागल होते हैं actors.
But Pagal and Barbaad seem to be the favorite words, guys.
Too many people live in our heads. Too many.
Crying. After that, कुछ तो tap था जो खुल गया and I just did not stop. I was howling. And after that, I was like, why was I crying looking at it?
Hello and welcome to Koi Moi. This is Shubham Kulkarni, and today in conversation with me is a team who have together brought us one of the most beautiful films of the year. I've seen the film, so I can say that. Welcome to Koi Moi, guys.
Thank you.
First of all, this film is tragic and it's emotional. But considering the lively people you guys are, Babel on one side, of course.
Babel versus us.
No, not versus. Not versus. I will be crushed.
Shooting these emotional scenes, tell me, before you reach that one perfect shot, kitne baar you just broke into laughter?
Never.
Never? Never?
That time it's about life and death. You can't
Not once. I
mess
don't
with.
think.
It's a peaceful set. हम लोग मजे भी करते हैं, बातें भी करते हैं. जब हम break लेते हैं, then we are laughing and we are
Yeah.
giggling and chatting and when we are ourselves. But when we are shooting, that time it's very, very.
Serious.
Serious.
Everyone takes it. I mean, it's not serious कि हो, let's be intense
Yeah.
वाला seriously, but the nature of the film is such that everyone is very in the moment, in the zone, trying to get that shot right, you know.
That's true.
And most of the times it used to be done in one, maybe two takes.
One or two takes.
And
Because
I
of that
never
focus.
wanted the takes to go beyond one or two because I thought I'm going to be emotionally exhausted. So I didn't want to think about anything in the world. मैं दुनिया चाहे भाड़ में मुझे ये ठीक करना है. मतलब, you know, the faster I can give my best and make Anvita happy and everything is in place. It's good for me because everything was intense.
Yes.
So, yeah, I mean, I used to ask her that, do me and Kala, like me and her, have something light? And she's like, no.
But one or two takes, that's it?
Yeah. That's why.
That's also because she's, you know, she's very sure of what she wants and what she doesn't want. And when she sees a take and she's okay with it, even one take, she said, okay, this works for me.
We were in doubts,
and
like,
we were
Anvita, एक और कर ले, नहीं चाहिए, क्यों करना है? Her demands are very chotu.
Chotu.
That's because I've already prepped with them for months now.
That's
So on set we are actually playing.
That's true. But that brings me to you. You're one of the very few custodians of cinema that represents the Indian folklore, the culture, the aesthetics of it. The other name I can think of is Sanjay Bhansali. And he has this vibe to himself too. You guys are not afraid to introduce a Thumri to your film, even catering to the modern audience. Tell me the other filmmakers, why are they not ready or why don't they risk in coming to this zone, do you think?
I think everybody is a different kind of a storyteller and it's a choice. So it's not about ki I'm right, they are wrong, or they are right, I'm wrong.
It's subjective.
It's subjective and it is music or any other decision that is made on the film is serving the story. So the kind of story then demands that a certain kind of music, demands a certain kind of aesthetic. So I think everybody sets out, no one sets out, gets up in the morning and says, let me make a bad film. Everyone, you know, you really work very hard to make a film and the 150, it takes as much mehnat. Everyone just wants to tell a good story and do it in the best possible way they know how. You know, that you have the wisdom and the clarity to tell the story the way it's meant to be told without compromising. अब वो पसंद आती है नहीं पसंद आती है वो तो हमारे हाथ में है नहीं. So we are powerless in that. So no one is. That's why I feel stories are never wrong. They can be good or bad.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as far as I'm concerned, even commercial or parallel or indie. There's good stories and there's stories that don't work for people. That is all. So every decision is based
That's
on.
the clear bifurcation.
Yes.
That's cool, actually. But this is also a film, your second collaboration, guys. You have also been a strong voice. This film, it talks about patriarchy in a lot of zones. For you, it's been a long journey. There was a time where you were the only female lyricist. For you, it's also 2 decades of your career. For you, it's the starting of your journey. Tell me, do these journeys reflect in the characters you choose, especially Kala?
It's not just our individual journeys, but it is the journey of the collective, and the tribe of women that have come before us, and that will hopefully come after us. And just every day, the girl who comes wearing that Amazon delivery thing and gives you the courier, to the girl who works in the salon, to the girl that who's teaching in a college, to the girl who's going to school in a village or playing football in Hasiawas. Everyone, it pushes you to tell stories like this, to address the things that we want to address without getting on a soapbox.
Yes.
This is, I hope, a lyrical story.
It's poetic.
It happens to, without making it its agenda, it talks about or makes you feel certain things about girls and their upbringing, or their feeling of the lack of acceptance or validation, or patriarchy, like you said, or the pressures at work and the guilt attached to it. But it comes from the collective. It is not, I don't think, वो उसको छोटा कर देंगे if you just say it's mine or hers or hers.
Yeah.
It's a collective feeling, and as writers, we are empaths, and we've been absorbing since 1972. So, so then it comes out in your stories. That's what it is.
That's true. For you guys?
I've forgotten the question.
Yeah.
so long.
Do these journeys reflect in the
Your
choice of roles?
journeys,
Yeah.
reflecting your individual journeys for your 3 years, first film, 2 decades, reflect in the film.
I think experiences reflect in the characters and the character building and how you're perceiving the character. Of course, the director's vision is there, but as actors, we are also bringing a lot on board. We are giving our emotions, and our emotions are attached to our experiences,
Yes.
good, bad, and ugly, all of it. So, if not 100%, but yeah, I mean, at least 50% of me is definitely there in Urmila. Not how we see Urmila, but her emotions, the way she is. We get to see her breathing, walking, talking. I mean, there's a lot of me in it. But yes, I have transformed myself to become a different person.
Yes.
So, yeah, I mean, this entire ordeal is very complicated, actors
It
and
is,
characters,
yes.
and I think
Yeah.
it's very difficult to put it in words because there's so much going inside your head and your heart and your mind, and you just try to become somebody else with your entirety. Like, I am me, but I am also her. And, it's like two people. They are one, but they are also different. And I am empathizing with Urmila, but then I am only her.
Yes. The lines just get blurred.
Yeah, so it's difficult when I'm feeling bad for Urmila as Urmila, and when I'm feeling bad for Urmila as Swastika. Because I am both the person.
Yes.
So I think our headspace just remain very distraught all the time, because I've seen it happening so many times that I've played characters and the films have ended and they've released, and in the middle of the night suddenly I still feel bad for somebody, and I want to know what has happened to her life, but I don't know whom to call and ask.
Yes.
Yeah.
किसको फोन करके या किसको पूछे कि do you know how Shuchishmita is living now, because it was some fictitious somebody I played, but I
power
want
of
to know
story.
Yeah.
what is going on. Is she still with her husband? Has she left? How is the son? And I want to know more, but then I just feel so helpless because nobody in the world can tell me her story, how she's living her life, and then I'm like, am I going mad? Because
No, it's
I
so
am,
poignant. No, it's the power
yeah,
of
it's
stories.
like it is me, and I'm feeling bad for myself and her and
the character.
I'm like, yeah, let me just go back to sleep. Watch something on Netflix and go back to sleep because my head is just getting fried. But it happens, and I don't think we ever stop living a little bit like them.
Yes.
It's not
They
that.
leave a mark.
Even if I do 10 films after this, or I work for the rest of my career, sometime at some point of day, night, I am going to think of Urmila and I would feel something for her. That's going to stay with me forever.
That's true. For you?
And I think what's interesting is that as human beings, we have everything inside of us, right? It's just that we don't explore a lot of qualities. Like, for example, I as Tripti, I'm a very different person. But when I played Leila, I had to, explore the jovial side of me as Leila and bring that out of me. When I played Bubbly.
Choppy, bubbly.
When I played Bulbul, it was completely different. I had to tap into my vulnerability. And then again, for the 25-year-old Bulbul, I had to, become a strong person. And for Kala as well, there are different things that I was supposed to tap into. And it's amazing that as actors, you get to do that. And whenever you go home from set, you do carry them with you, even when you are living with them. I do feel that there's a little bit of Leila, Bulbul or Kala in me. In fact, I remember we were shooting a climax of Kala. And, at times, I'm not going to give out anything. Don't worry. She's like...
Whenever we are talking, this eye keeps a watch at Urmila, Anvita, because I can see her body becoming, coming in the front.
Don't say
We're like, no. So I'm like, no, we're not talking about it.
What was I saying? The climax of Kala. And at times, as actors, you have to find different ways to do a scene. So suppose if there's an emotional scene, I will sometimes go back and look for my own memory, Tripti's memory, right? And use that for a scene. But, over a period of time, that memory stops working. That is something that I had to face while we were doing the climax scene, because the whole day, the scenes were like where I had to be barbad and this and that. And I had used up all my memories, and sometimes the songs work for me a lot. Like I listen to a sad song and I'll be in that Meena Kumari zone. But that day even the songs were not working, and I was like, now what do I do? I'm like blank. And the camera was on my face and everybody's waiting for me to act. And Anvita is like, just being who she is, she's like, you take your time, no pressure on you. We'll shoot when you're ready. And I just could not do anything. I could not perform. पता नहीं कहाँ से मुझे याद आया कि पावेल सेट पे है क्या? Like, can you please call him? And like the minute I saw him, suddenly I was Kala. Like I could not stop crying. After that, कुछ तो tap था जो खुल गया, and I just did not stop. I was howling. And after that, I was like, why was I crying looking at him?
I'll tell you why. There's a tell in that. See, a memory or a trigger or a song can take you only thus far.
Yes.
But if you're genuinely and authentically the character at that point in time, and if the character is going through a tragic moment, you will break down and you will not be able to stop. So when you're at that moment in time, like she said, she was Kala.
She had built that connection.
She had built that connection over months with Kala. So in that moment, she felt terrible because Kala was feeling terrible. So she could do it.
That's
Yeah,
true.
so it's always, sometimes it's the character, sometimes it's you, sometimes you use some other character's memories because you have to tap into that emotion. So it's all pagal hote actors.
But Pagal and Barbad seem to be the favorite words, guys.
Too many people live in our heads. Too many.